Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wanted to wait until Monday, but every minute that I let pass, the tensions are just heightened and people are just saying whatever comes to their mind. It's just all type of nonsense happening. So let's just get all of us on the same page and we can worry about this other stuff later. So before we get started, sorry I'm late. I was asleep. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Okay, so I know we all are watching the news and not just entertainment news. We're all watching what's happening overseas. We're watching what's happening domestically. We're watching everything that's going on. And Vlad, we're going to start here and then we're going to go into what I got to say for real. So Vlad put this up. He says, has anyone noticed that the most famous Jewish person on earth, Drake, and the most famous Palestinian person on earth, DJ Khaled, haven't said a single thing about the Gaza-Israel conflict? It's not like Drake is too busy. He's been writing paragraphs about Joe Budden hurting his feelings about his new album. DJ Khaled has been working overtime promoting his new Jordan sneakers. But both of them have been silent on this topic. Why is that? It's because they both are thirsty to maintain their relevance that they wouldn't dare risk insulting a segment of their fan base. Heaven forbid that Drake might debut at number 2 behind Taylor Swift because of his Palestinian fans choose not to stream his album. And it would be the end of the world if Khaled sold a few less sneakers because some Jewish people decided not to buy his Jordans. That's the difference between artists of today and timeless legends like Tupac. You know damn well Pac would be the first one to speak out about something this close to home. So the only reason that I'm going live today is to not only just address this, but we need to talk about after all of the dust settles and all of this stuff, right? What's up, Chop? What's up, Stein? What's up, Ben Rich? I think that's I gotta get people's names attached to their screen names. My bad, y'all. But what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? One, should artists, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Should artists speak up on atrocities that happen on the planet? It's kind of depends on what kind of artist it is. Just like we just seen them ask Sexy Red some shit about Trump, and then she's like, "Oh, the hood loved Trump. He gave us money. The hood fuck with Trump." There's certain people you shouldn't be talking to. Remember when they asked Young Thug about Black Lives Matter, and he said we iced out, we getting money. Like, dog, some of these people have no fucking business opening their mouth about any of this shit. And there's also a lot of other people who have no fucking business opening their mouth and saying anything about any of the bullshit that is going on. I told y'all already, and I've been saying this for at least the past 2 months, that anytime the United States, and this is why we have our flag and we have our rifle here, legally owned, anytime the United States is about to have an important election, every single election cycle, no matter what, dog, some bullshit starts to unravel. And it's not just the bullshit domestically, it's the bullshit abroad. I'm not saying that whatever's happening on over there is bullshit, but we'll get to that after we deal with this. Every single time it's time for something important to happen here, motherfuckers, everything starts to go to shit at the same time. So you're not paying attention to this. So you're not paying attention to that. Why the fuck is anybody looking for a rapper, a DJ, anybody to say any fucking thing on the behalf of what's going on out here? These people are bought and paid for. And I'm not saying this to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but it's true. These people work for other people. These people fucking answer and are beholden to other groups, answer and beholden to other interests, whether their interests here or their interests abroad. And in Vlad's interview, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I did see a couple of clips where Vlad was saying that, you know, because you're an artist, you have all this influence and what you say can change this. And then Charlamagne was pushing back. It was on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne was pushing back about, oh, they shouldn't be, you know, he was just saying they shouldn't have to do that, or they don't have to do that because they're not over there and all of this stuff. And what the hell is a tweet gonna do and all of this? And this is my issue with all of this. We have put too much fucking stock in entertainers. We're already, as human beings in general, especially in the time that we live in, where you don't even know if you're going to be able to go to the fucking grocery store and not get gunned down. You can't even really let your kids play outside in a decent neighborhood without the idea in your mind that at least my child can go outside with some fucking pepper spray just in case they got to try to get away and get back here so we can actually fight the real fight. Everybody has put too much stock into entertainers. Why would anybody, even though, let's put it up here, even though, yes, Drake is, I guess, the #1 Jewish artist or person on the planet, whatever, and Khaled is the #1 Palestinian, why as individual people who have families, why as individual people who are leaders of our household, leaders of our community, participants in our households, participants in our community, why the fuck would we ever feel like, what would Drake do? What would Khaled do? Why isn't anybody saying anything? Why isn't anybody coming to the forefront to voice their opinion about a war that has been going on for 100 fucking years? And not that the war is invalid or those people don't matter and all of that stuff, but what the fuck does that have to do with your fucking house? Like, seriously, what the fuck does a rapper have to do with your house? A DJ, a musician, an actor, none of these people have any fucking thing to do with what's going on in your house. Motherfuckers talk about they want to stand with this side and they want to stand with that side. And every time something fucking happens, anything that happens on this planet, people are looking for you to, even though you might not know shit about it, you might not have seen anything about it, you might not be abreast to what's happening, you are just completely fucking clueless about what's going on. They don't give a fuck. They want you to stop what you're doing and pick a side. What the fuck am I? No, nigga, I'm not standing with this and I'm not standing with that. And I don't give a fuck how it sounds. And you want to know why? Because I'm standing with my fucking house. I'm standing with my family. I'm standing with my fucking community. Because if that's not taken care of, what the fuck can I do for somebody across the pond? That's not to invalidate what's happening. That's not condoning it. That's not anything to do with anything that's happening over there. Motherfuckers is just so quick to throw up the black square, throw up the Israel flag, throw up Palestinian flag, throw up Black Lives Matter flag, throw up KKK flag, just throwing up all this crazy ass shit because it doesn't require you to do any fucking work. It does, bro. Opening your mouth and saying, oh, I stand with this, I stand with that, I don't condone this, I don't condone, bro. That requires no fucking work. You don't have to get up and go nowhere. You don't have to go do anything. You don't have to be a part of anything. And what happens after you have told the world that you stand with this, or you stand with that, or you're a part of this, or you're a part of that? You go right back to mindlessly consuming entertainment when we're at a level 4 threat level. Walking down the street, going to the grocery store, being at the mall, being at the movies. You could be, everything that's happening over there could absolutely happen over here. And motherfuckers is, just think about this. What's up, Rogue? The fact that people in their apartment complex, bombs were being dropped, so they say. Because at this time and period, I don't believe anything I see on TV. I don't believe the news is either one-sided or it's just a complete fucking lie. I'm not taking any of this shit to heart. I'm not taking any of this shit personal. None of this shit is anything that I need to be emotionally invested in, until I'm abreast to what the fuck is going on 100%. And why? It's because it's the same shit that's happening over there could happen here at any time. I was telling Chop on the ACOG podcast channel in the comments that my sister was at a family reunion with her husband, and so it was something like, I ain't put all the details, but they had some type of water park situation going on. So she went to go get her other children some extra clothes from the store, and she took her youngest son. My sister got 3 kids. She took her youngest as a baby, 2 years old. They come over the speaker and say mandatory evacuation. She has to grab my nephew and she runs fast as she can out the nearest exit. That's more likely to happen today to you than a bomb falling out the sky. And the bomb falling out the sky is the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you're at a place with a gas leak, and like they talk about over there on the ACOG Club podcast, motherfuckers don't even be prepared and have on fucking shoes to run if they had to actually run. Motherfuckers don't even check the weather to see if it's going to rain today. But I'm supposed to believe that you're abreast enough to actually logically pick a side in a genocidal war, which you don't even know you don't even know the origins of any of that. You don't know anything about that. Motherfuckers don't even know where to begin to find out what the fuck that was about with a cell phone in their hand, but you're gonna go run to an entertainer. Motherfuckers ain't standing with their family. Why aren't you standing with your family? You have people in your family that need your help to fucking day. You got people in your family that are fucking on drugs. You have not stood with your drug addict relatives. You have not stood with your fucking 26-year-old son who refuses to get up off his ass and make something out of himself, and you baby him in the fucking house instead of pushing him out the fucking door and telling him you're going to be something. You didn't even stand with your fucking family before the kid turned 26. This ain't specific to nobody, by the way. You didn't even stand with your family before your child got to the age where they will be cut off from whatever benefits come from your job. You didn't build your child up. You didn't teach your child anything. You don't have requirements for your children, but you're standing with somebody from another fucking country. You're not, people are not fucking serious right now. This is so unserious. It's so fucking lazy, and it's so fucking complacent. Motherfuckers don't stand with the people in their fucking community that be at the grocery store, and you know that you could probably, somebody got 2 items, an old lady got 2 fucking items, and she's looking at her fucking purse for change, and you don't just pay for her fucking items. This lady's scrambling for $7, and you don't pay for her. You're not standing with your community. You're not standing for your fucking neighborhood to at least pick up the trash that's on the fucking ground, but you're gonna stand for a fucking war, nigga. You go fight the fucking war then. Why are you trying to and put yourself into situations emotionally and mentally where you haven't even taken care of home? I do not understand that. It doesn't make sense. Somebody make it make sense. How the fuck do you stand with somebody else's fucking conflict? Somebody, shout out to Glenn Foster. Thank you for hitting the cash out, right? I just saw it on the screen. But how do you stand with anything that's going on outside of you? You don't even stand with your fucking self. Motherfuckers don't know anything. And I'm not one of them fucking people that run around preaching, just educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself. I'm an action person. After you know what you need to know, or you're finding out what you need to know, you need to get up and you need to start moving. You need to get up and you need to start walking. I just told my cousin the other day, he's bullshitting. He been bullshitting. This nigga been out of jail for a little while now, maybe like a year. And I'm telling him, I'm trying to get him to go get a CDL. I don't want to hear about a nigga not having no opportunities. I don't want to hear a nigga talk about, oh, woe is me. Nigga, ain't no woe is you, nigga. It's just you. I don't want to hear any of that. Stand with yourself first. Do right by yourself first. We need to be on high alert, not paranoid, Hold on. What you say, Glenn? Put it in the chat. Do you want to call in or something? Because I can drop the link, but because it went too fast, I couldn't see it. But you know what? I'm just gonna drop the link anyway for anybody who want to call up. I do have limited time today, y'all, so we can hold on. Let me put this in here. But like you just see, this is what I'm talking about. This shit right here. Motherfuckers are in the neighborhoods that we live in, fighting over blocks and buildings and streets where niggas don't even own a leaf in the fucking driveway. But you stand with this or you stand with that. I don't think I said this, but the reason that these motherfuckers don't speak up is because we need to stop being delulu, is what they're saying now. We need to stop being delusional. We need to stop acting like motherfuckers care and motherfuckers don't know. Everybody know what's going on. Everybody is sitting here like we sitting here right now. Everybody see the same shit. Everybody knows what the fuck is happening. They don't fucking care. Get that out your mind. Nobody is asleep. Nobody needs to be waking up. Nobody needs to be woke or whatever the fuck. Everybody knows what's happening. Motherfuckers do not care. And the sooner that you accept the fact that nobody gives a fuck about you, your family, your community, what you're going through, what's on your mind, what kind of day you had, if you live or if you die, then you will be able to continue to move forward with your life and not get suckered into these type of things. That does not mean that we cannot have compassion. It does not mean that we cannot be empathetic. It does not mean that we, we can't offer, I don't want to say that, but that doesn't mean that we can't offer sympathy or advice or comfort to these people. But that also does not mean that we have to be told what to do. You don't tell somebody that they have to do anything, because you don't have to do anything really but pay your taxes or face, losing whatever the fuck you're supposed to pay your taxes on. You don't have to do any of that. There's only 2 requirements. Like when they said that shit about the only 2 requirements is really death and taxes, that is it. Everything else is completely fucking optional. And for real, the only thing that's not optional is dying. You don't, just because you're an artist, just because you're in entertainment, you don't have to be bothered with any of this shit. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to open your mouth. And you probably should shut the fuck up, because you'll probably sound way more stupid than you would educated about it. Alienating sides and picking this nigga. Fuck alienating whoever the fuck alienating, bro. Pick up your bed and walk. That don't have nothing, like, globally, on a grand scheme, we should be paying attention to this because it can happen here. They're even saying that they have sleeper cells, all these illegal immigrants and stuff coming in, and migrants or whatever the fuck people want to be politically correct about it. They have all these people coming in from all of these different motherfucking places. Hold on, what you talking about? I don't know how to use. Anybody that want to call in that don't know how to call in, just click the link and it'll tell you on the screen what to do. But all these motherfucking places coming in, you don't know those people. You don't know what the fuck they're here to do. You don't know anything. It could be any terrorist attack at any motherfucking time. And you looking at the news like, bro, when the fuck did we start trusting what we saw on television? It's the same thing when something happens with the cops. I always question, when the fuck do we start believing what the fucking police say? When the fuck did we start believing what the news told us? I got a book. I got a couple books here for people who need reading material. But this book here, Noam Chomsky, Media Control, and it talks about propaganda and how the media is used for propaganda. And then obviously the book Propaganda. Like, these 2 books alone will tell you everything you need to know about how the media is used to manipulate you. You was minding your business on a random day, and all of a sudden, all they needed to do was tell you something crazy happened for you to get pulled out of your fucking emotions. What are you going to do if something happens right now? I'm going to bring you up in a second, Stein. What are you going to do if something happens right now? And I know that we always talk about, and we always bring up that, you know, do you have enough water? How you going to get rid of waste? How you going to get food? But we need to open our minds up even bigger to what are you going to do with your sick family member, your sick child? Are you dependent on medication? Are you able to drop everything you're doing and walk a mile? Not even a mile, 10 miles, 15. Can you walk that long? Can you endure that long? What are we like? Or do you have any fucking dependencies? If you're on drugs right now in the time that we're living in, bruh, you're so far behind the fucking 8 ball, it's nothing we're going to be able to do with you. And you're not prepared for anything. And these are the same people that are fucking just, how are you involving yourself in some shit like this? Wait a minute, where you go? Click the link, come back. He hung up. But I'm just like, bruh, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You don't control what people do. You don't control how people react. You don't control anything else but yourself and what you got going on. All right, let me say something. You're up here. Hello?
What's up? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hey, man. One thing I got to tell you though. Yeah. You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
You a real nigga, dog.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, but it's
the play by fucking with me. The play by fucking with me, so it's throwing me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You got playback on your end. I don't hear
Yeah.
playback.
I don't do this. I don't do this type of shit like that. I just watch and listen and all the other type of shit. That's why I was trying to holler at you behind the scenes and everything else, and then we can figure out you can show me how to do this shit. Like I'm a portable, I don't do this. I listen, learn information. I'm a music head, I'm a hip hop head, I'm an industry head. I'm a real nigga. So you talk about a lot of shit, and I understand. Like, yeah, you know what you talking about. You feel me? So like, I just respect how I spit, how I come on. That play by fucking with me, you know, like straight up.
I don't know how to take that off, but it ain't echoing on my end. I don't know if it's echoing in the
That
actual.
shit do when I be on spaces too.
Yeah, you might need to mute the actual video or something,
Hold
or
on.
pause it or something like that.
I don't know how to do that shit, bro.
Well, just
Okay, I hear
since
what you
I
said.
got
Mute the
somebody else
actual
backstage
video,
as well.
but,
So
yeah,
you
but
had a
I
question or
can't hear.
something? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you said something about the question.
Or anything you wanted to say?
I'm gonna let you get to everybody else, man. Just hey,
I
holler at me.
appreciate you.
Yeah, holler at me on the bike scenes because we can get some paper, bro. Like for real, for real.
If you got Instagram, just send me a DM.
Nope, I ain't no
Oh
social
my
media
God.
nigga. I'm that. I told you I'm an old school nigga, man. I ain't got none of that shit, man. I ain't got none of that shit. I ain't got none of that.
I'm a
Just holler at me. If you gotta get a text, if you gotta get a text plus number to holler
please
at me,
just
do that.
send me your phone number, please. Just find a way to send it to me.
All
Email
right,
me
I
or
got
something.
you.
Okay.
Bet that.
All right, thank you. Oh my goodness, we got to get y'all up to speed. Love to my people outside though. All right, we got Wavy coming up. Hello. Oh my goodness. This is a
Hey,
wreck
what's up?
around here. Like, what's going on, man? Talk to
Yeah,
me.
it's a crazy world, but I'm a little late to the party, so I don't
Oh,
know
good.
what I'm about to say. It's already been said, but about the whole Drake Khaled thing, um, I always found it strange how like their relationship is because Drake has been on almost every DJ Khaled album since 2011, and I just thought that was funny, but considering the their backgrounds. But I think the reason why Drake doesn't speak up on this is, I think one of the reasons, I think the main reason is that it would show, for people that are in the know, it would connect a lot of dots as to why he's so successful and who he aligns himself with on the ethnic side. Like, I'm trying to be careful with my words here. I don't want to get your channel hit.
Oh,
but,
I don't. At this, it's whatever you say.
Yeah.
We can say what we want to over here.
All
Worst
right,
case
cool.
scenario, they take it down. Who gives a fuck?
Well, all right,
Like,
so basically what I'm saying is Drake works for his small hat relatives, and he's been put in place to be in the position that he's in because of them. But he's aware that there are people, like us, who are aware of that type of stuff, and basically he doesn't want his hand to be revealed as to why he's getting all this success, why he's been pushed in the industry the way he has been, because he works for Israel and he works for those people, and that would show his true alignment, and it would reveal that he's not really with us as Black people. So for him to stand with Israel, it would reveal his hand. And the same reason why a lot of these celebrities, they all get paid by the same people. So that's the same reason why he's not gonna that's the same reason why a lot of these celebrities they stand with Israel, because those are the people that pay him. Now, as far as DJ Khaled, I mean, I look at Arabs and Jews as like cousins that are beefing. Like, they're not too genetically far apart, as far as I understand. That goes into some other shit. But even with the Arabs, they have a lot of stake in the music industry too, and they culture vulture the same way that the Jews do. So their relationship is more symbolic in that sense, because you have basically two ethnic cousins making money off of Black people, exploiting the culture while playing their hand in the background. And I think Khaled and Drake's relationship is a symbol of that, because they're both not Black, or I mean, Drake is half Black. Okay, cool. But he truly, I mean, you could tell by his actions and who he stands with that he's not really like with Black people. He has a white baby mama. Not that really matters in the long run, but that really that really showed a lot about who he sees it for, like for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because
you're
you would have
absolutely
thought,
right.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Man,
I know I'm
couldn't
kind of
have said it
rambling
better myself. Like, no, seriously. And at the end of the day, for real, the race of these people don't matter. No entertainer stands with Black people.
Right.
And if they do stand with them, they die, or they're not going to get, they're not going to come out and do it in public. They're going to get chin checked if they do. And they're going to be like Floyd Mayweather, having somebody else, because he can't read, write, or do anything,
Right.
have somebody else running their account. And now you got to take the heat from people, because all niggas do is there's no actions behind it. No entertainer will stand with us. No entertainer really stands with anybody, for real. So it's like they don't give a fuck. They know what they're doing. And I couldn't have said it better myself, to be honest. Like, none of these people are on our side. It don't matter how many Houston big booty strip songs these motherfuckers make. It don't matter who they go to bed with, whether that is their baby mama or their baby daddy or both. They're not on our side. They're not.
Exactly.
They're not going to be doing anything that even symbolizes that they give a fuck.
Right. Yeah. They're aligned with the people who pay their, who line their pockets up. And that's, those people who are from Israel. I mean, what did Mos Def called Lear Cohen? It was a way he's the big, tall Israeli or some shit. I mean, look at Lear Cohen. Look at Lucien Grange. Right. These people run the music industry. But you never see Drake really buddied up with. Drake is smart enough to know that if he takes a picture with those guys, it'll expose his hand. So he hangs out with us to kind of, yeah, I'm one of y'all, blah 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 blah. My dad's from Memphis, blah blah blah. I rap and shit like that, because that's a more that would convince us that, oh yeah, we he's the biggest Black entertainer. But this is why Kanye. I mean, I don't because a lot of this shit can be staged, but this is why I feel like Kanye really doesn't like Drake. I mean, apart from him, Drake stealing his style and all the other stupid shit that they got going on, I think that's kind of the real. I mean, if Kanye really is, if he really means what he said last year about all that shit, I think that was what he was trying to say and why he doesn't like Drake. If the beef between them is really real, they could be just playing around. You know how this shit goes. They probably hanging out at the lodge together, blah blah blah. You already know. But yeah, I just feel like this is the reason why we're seeing a lack of action on his part as the biggest black celebrity, quote unquote, black celebrity on the planet, or one of the biggest black celebrities on the planet. You should be, speaking out against issues that are going on in the community, which he doesn't. There's very few. I don't think there's any Drake song where he's actually rapping about something outside of his lifestyle and his story. I've never heard a Drake song. Drake would never make a To Pimp a Butterfly type of album where he's at least talking about the issues in the community with his own people. I mean, the dude's dad is from Memphis. I would imagine he had to have known or seen or know someone who has been through the black plight enough for him to, hey, let me go make a song about this to really show that I have the influence to make change. But he doesn't do that.
He don't know anything about that. And the thing why he doesn't know is because he already revealed he grew up with his mother in Canada. His daddy was not around until like recently. And recently is like the past like 10 years. This man's going on 40. So you didn't grow up with him. You don't know anything about that. That's why it's just like all these people are actors. I agree with the shit with Kanye, but we can't put too much stock in any of these people other than nigga sing, nigga dance, do your thing, do that, because they're not on. They do not stand with us as people on the ground. They'll have you riled up and put a statement out and do all of this, but that they don't even mean that when they say that. They don't. Oh, pray for this person. Condolences to the family. They don't mean that shit. They're no different than a fucking podcaster out here trying to get views. They're the same exact way. Nothing coming from these people. And they're all friends behind the scene. They all laughing. This nigga has never done or said anything. And I don't think DJ Khaled has either. These people don't
for sure not
do or say anything where it fucking, oh my God, DJ Khaled said it? I gotta move, nigga. Like, nobody's ever said that. Like, nobody's ever moved. And also, one thing I'm thinking about with this situation is if it had been a different country, then everybody would have a different reaction. Right. Because, again, like I said, if you say something about them people, you say something about one of the underhat groups or whatever, there's a consequence that come with that. People are scared to even just say the basic shit that we're talking about, repeating what these people have said and done. They're scared to do that because they don't want to offend people. They don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. They don't want to alienate people. But it's like, bro, we're not talking about people as a group. We're talking about what you're doing or what this person is doing. We have the, I don't want to say we have the right, but we do have the right to call out what we're observing. So looking for a basketball player, anybody outside of you and the people that you have to be around and the people in your circle to have anything to do with giving a fuck about something, you can throw it. It's not worth anything. You'll get lucky if any of these motherfuckers care, because they don't have any power. They work for other people. They can't say and do what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, these people, these black entertainers, they're being held by these small heads, and they know they realize that, okay, well, this is my boss. I can't offend my boss. I'm gonna do it. It's like when those employees that come into work and they just love hanging out with the boss in the break room, cracking jokes, whatever it is, and that motherfucker don't even like you. He's just over here, okay, yeah, get back to work. But you're over here like, oh yes, sir, man. Like it's sad, but again, these people are aligned with their financial interests, and that comes from those people. And when those people say jump, they jump. They ask how high, right? So I would never expect any celebrity, any black celebrity, or any celebrity, it's not just black celebrities, but especially black celebrities, to speak out against these people. Mel Gibson spoke out against these people. We ain't seen a movie from him since.
No, real talk. And it's crazy because it's like, this is the topic, so we'll talk about them, but it's like whenever somebody else invests in you so far as like they have so much stake and so much hold in your life, in your livelihood, that they tell you what you can and can't say, they tell you what you can and can't do, you're gonna do whatever them people say. They cut the fucking check. They pay you. These motherfuckers like, no. I wish that people wasn't so Why aren't celebrities speaking out? Because, dog, when the fuck did motherfuckers say anything about the police killing people in the street? The police hosing people down or doing all of this shit. And then, man, I seen somebody today gonna say, imagine if people just turn their blind eye or turn their back when fire hoses was spraying people. My nigga, that's exactly what people did. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
well, I mean, black oppression is trendy. It's like, you know, they can, whenever something like that does happen and they speak out, it's because it's like, oh, okay, this will get me some likes, some views. Maybe I got my album coming out. I mean, I'll post a black screen like how they did in 2020, like that. They know, they pick and choose what to be outraged by and what to protest against. But it's really just for their selfish intent. If anything, this whole Israel conflict, all these celebrities are gonna align with that shit because that's their bosses. Those are the people that their money comes from that, and they understand that if they say anything about, hey, you know what, this is wrong, these people shouldn't be destroying, killing these innocent people, like, let's stand for good, doesn't matter what race or whatever it is, then they'll be questioned, oh, do you really care about the Jewish people, and blah 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 blah.
They're saying, hey guys, we don't want innocent people to die. We don't condone any genocide of anybody. We don't want anybody fighting right now. We got enough problems. You mean to tell me that you stand with terrorism? Wait, right. I just said no innocent people. You stand with terrorists, kill them all. They're chanting death to America, and people in America are talking about, I stand with, bro, these people would kill your ass in a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure.
With and it won't be no repercussion for it. As far as like the black thing goes, it's crazy because the minute a nigga gets something, you can forget about a nigga saying anything. If somebody else has to give it to them, you don't have to worry about them saying nothing. They have been bought and paid for it. And you can really, and my thing is, I wouldn't have a problem with that if you really stood on some shit like, hey, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't give a fuck about nobody but my money.
All right, at least you already know.
I can respect that more than fucking pretending, oh, guys, it's such a tragedy. We don't condone any violence. Yes, you do. Like, what do you mean? Like, what?
Exactly. And it's funny because there are black people in Israel. People been living in Israel for centuries, and those blacks get discriminated against by the white Israelis. And nobody talks about that shit. The black Ethiopians who are the founders of the Jewish religion, or at least how the traditional sense, they get discriminated and kicked and spit on over there. Nobody says a word. But when the white one
in every country. Right. And motherfuckers is worried about their shit. You need to be worried about going to the fucking grocery store and getting shot while picking out the right grapes. We have other shit to worry about. Like,
for sure. Why do we even? I mean, look, I get it. Like, evil everywhere. But like, there's so much going on in America right now. I don't have time to worry about motherfuckers that I don't know. They don't know me.
Rent so goddamn high. My mama was just talking about how. Was it vinegar? White vinegar used to be 99 cents for 64 ounces. Now it's like $2.39 for 32. Like, nigga, that's a problem. Like, that is a real issue. Whether you got to pick whether you're going to buy groceries or get gas. But you're worried about that shit?
Right.
We need to fix the shit here. America first, nigga. I don't give a fuck about any of this other bullshit. Because we got shit we can fix. We can actually fix. Fuck sitting and reading and all that. I mean, I'm a proponent for reading, but like, fuck all the bull. People they just want to talk. There's shit we can do today. We don't want to, motherfuckers is scared to actually do something about the people destroying where they have to live. And that where they have to live, like, you niggas can't afford to live nowhere else. Because all the people who could got the fuck out. When you want to make it safe to live everywhere, we have real shit we can be worried about. Them people be all right. Like,
I mean, like, Joe Biden's giving money away for free.
Shit. Like, I ain't here to disrespect neither side. I don't care. But I have shit I have to worry about here. People we can worry about here. It's people sleeping on the street in every fucking city in America.
Sucks.
How the fuck is we worried about that? when we can actually fix that.
But what makes me mad is that our elected official, our president, or commander in chief, whatever you want to call him, he's throwing money everywhere but here. Ukraine, Israel, this place, that place. Meanwhile, the people he's supposed to be, serving and protecting, or whatever the terminology is, they're homeless, starving, inflation. Motherfuckers is
doing that shit on purpose and laughing in our face, bro. Nobody should be getting a fucking dime, and it's coming out of we're taxed to fucking death. And the more money you make, the more taxes you're gonna pay. Because I think the number has to be so high, like millions and millions upon millions, before you can even not get taxed. So most of us is paying most of our money, and we got to think about this. Like we think that average tax is like 30%. So you think you're only paying 30. Like, no, depending on where you live, you're paying property tax, utility tax, we're taxed on the food, you're taxed on everything you fucking buy. We're spending over 50% of the money that we make, we give it right back to their ass. And you're gonna tell me as the president, fuck Joe Biden, by the way, but you're gonna tell me as the president, I should give a fuck about that when you won't even fix, bruh. Anybody who's ever been to Washington, D.C., you can go around the corner, like 2 blocks down the street and around the corner from the White House, tent cities, Skid Row level tent cities in Washington, D.C. Like
there's a tent city in every block, in every state.
Everywhere. We have one. The shit out here has got so bad that it's normal to see people just sleeping under the underpass, just sleeping on the fucking sidewalk, sleeping on the street. And I'm supposed to give a fuck about some shit going on a million miles away, when not only do I have to worry about 50% of my income gone, trying to take care of my family with the other 50%, having to beware of people's mental illness, have to beware of the normal dangers of everyday life, aware of terrorism, can't afford to live. But there's people out here where we give so much of what we have and what we've earned back, we can't even afford to help the people in our own fucking community.
Yeah, I mean,
like, don't tell me about that bullshit, dog. I don't want to hear that shit. Like,
let them people figure it out. Let them people figure it out. This has nothing to do with me. I don't listen, man. I hope the best for good luck, because what's happening in this country and what's on the horizon, I think I don't think a lot of people are really, really aware or hip to certain things that are going on. There's too much to talk about, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's been one hell of a year. Honestly,
and it's about to get worse, because
it's about to get worse. Sure.
The closer we get to this election, the worse things is going to get. All these people coming in, I know there's going to be some type of terrorist attack. Somebody's going to do something, and it's not going to be we're going to crash into the Pentagon. Like, no, they're going to go to a regular place with regular people and start doing shit to people.
Right.
So it's like that compounded with all this other shit. No, I don't have time to worry about that, dog. Right. And that, again, it ain't taken away from that. I don't like none of that shit. I'm not a proponent for war, because I'm not about to go fight for you, and I'm not going to snuggle up with your family when you're dead. But, we have shit we can do right here, right now. We have people that we know, that are Palestinian or Israeli or whatever the hell people call it. They say we have people that we know that's like that. Them people are hurting shit because they have a psychological connection to this shit. And that's another thing where I've been seeing people talk about, black people. Bro, why do we have to be the person that run out in the front every time? Because bro, we're still dealing with apartheid. We're still dealing with the effects of everyday life from the slavery shit, not to reach so far in the back, but it's fucking true. And why the fact that we have to run out and take all the arrows in our fucking chest, motherfuckers do not do that for us. And don't tell me about no motherfucking protest, because if the system doesn't change, then nothing's changing. It doesn't matter how many signs you wave. It doesn't matter how many. Don't do that to me. You do. If the system does not do the right thing, then the right thing is not being done. So you can't get mad and tell people what they should or shan't support when motherfuckers is like, bro, I got to take care of my family. I got to worry about my family. I remember a little while ago, Chop was talking about, Chop, he had said, like, it's not, remember when that teenager in Chicago or whatever killed that man for hitting his mama. It's like Chop was like, it's not that we don't want to defend y'all, it's we we don't know what it is. And it's just like, I think about it every day, because every day that fucking statement becomes so much more true to me. The fact that you really have to think twice. We shouldn't even be living in a society where you have to think twice about defending somebody else's life.
Right.
But you have to think twice now, because this person might really take you away from your family that fucking needs you from defending somebody. But you want me to put my boots on and march in the street and do anything, bro. I wouldn't march in the street for a motherfucker who was laid up with a white hoe and said, fuck all black people and black niggas was mean to me, and he got his ass killed by the police. So what make you think I'm gonna march for that? Like, seriously, it's just like, nigga, fuck that shit. If you don't take care of your house first, you're not gonna be no good for going out into the world. Exactly. If your mind is not together, you're not gonna be no good for nothing else. You can't help people if you're sick. That's all that's my point for today. It's not, I don't want nothing to happen to none of them people. But look, we got people here that we can't get people to stop killing each other. People doing random acts on children, random acts on men going to the job, random acts on women. But motherfuckers sit back. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
I stand with Israel. I stand with Palestine.
Man, we are some crazy people,
bro,
man. Like, our minds is gone, bro. Our minds is so gone.
Stand with yourself. Stand with your community. Because that's all you're gonna fucking have when this shit fucking bubbles up and boils over.
Right, exactly. Man, listen, I'm gonna wrap it up on this note.
Okay.
The veil is being slowly lifted over our heads. What we're seeing in today's times, I don't want to say it's prophetic or on some spooky shit.
It is prophetic. Fuck that.
All right.
It is. Hey. Yes. The devil is outside and fucking moving and shaking like never before.
Right. I mean, hey, listen. What we're seeing is what we're supposed to be seeing, because we're living in times in which this shit is supposed to be solved. Seen. Well, fuck that up. But yeah, we're seeing what we're supposed to be seeing, because what we're seeing is supposed to be seen. And those who have eyes and ears to see will know what's on the horizon. And you just have to, get your mind right, get your soul right, and just, do what you got to do. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. It was great talking to you. Definitely got to catch up on the live stream.
I love when you call in.
Yes. All right, you take care of yourself, sis. Appreciate it.
You take care too. Be safe out here.
You too. Peace.
Because I am on a limited time thing, I gotta go in a few minutes. But look, y'all, God gave us everything we needed inside of us to make sure that we can handle ourselves and we can handle what's going on around us. And when we have enough of us handling ourselves and we can take care of what's going on around us, then our communities can start linking with other communities. And this ain't no race shit. This ain't no religion shit. Again, I'm not beholden to nothing but God, my wife, my family, and my community. That's all that I have to answer to at this point in my life. So I can say and do whatever the fuck I want. I don't play into Democrat, Republic. I don't replay. I'm not neither one of those. I'm not no independent. I'm not nothing. I don't subscribe to none of that shit. You can call yourself whatever religion you want to call yourself. None of that shit matters right now. We're talking about this is good versus evil. And you need to be good with you. You need to be good with your community. You need to be good with your family. Then you start going out and trying to fix all that other shit. Fuck these entertainers. They're never going to be on your side. They don't give a fuck about you. The person, bro, it's a courtesy. And there has to be some type of trust amongst us. When you go to get your car fixed, you trust that the mechanic is going to fix your car. When you go and somebody makes your food at the restaurant, you trust that your food is not going to be tainted. Those are levels of trust. Stay away from these weird ass people who just want to run their fucking mouth and talk about bullshit and all this other shit. I would rather a motherfucker that doesn't know a goddamn thing keep their fucking mouth shut. I think that's Rory. That's why I remember the name. I ain't gonna say Rory Combs. But all that other shit, I'm sorry to say, fuck it. Fuck it all. You need to take care of you, take care of your house, then to go and try to be Superman for all this other shit. Because if people want to continue to stay dumb, if people want to continue to act like that you're going to guilt somebody into caring, you're going to guilt somebody into giving a fuck, you're going to guilt somebody into please stop hurting me. Please, you're hurting me bad, bro. Nobody give a fuck about hurting you. Nobody give a fuck. Like, nobody give a fuck about anything they got to do with you. They would, bro, if you were drowning, they would walk over and stick a water hose in your mouth. That's how much these people give a fuck about you. And until you take the stock out of them, you're going to be left feeling empty and feeling alone and feeling crazy as a bitch out here. You don't need to be worrying about that shit. Worry about what your action plan is for yourself and your family, especially those of us who take care of our families or that we are the primary care for our families. We don't have time for that. We don't. I'm sorry. Y'all been fighting forever. How long the fuck everybody else been fighting? Niggas is fighting inflation. Niggas is fighting the motherfucking tax man. Niggas is fighting the bitch at Dollar Tree. We don't have time for that. Get the fuck out your feelings and get in the field and handle your fucking business. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. And I'm gonna wrap up on this because I gotta leave in about 3 minutes. But like, don't let people guilt you into telling you that you have to say anything, that you have to pick a side, that you have to do anything. Those are not your obligations. If you're not versed in something, oh, you have the cell phone that you can look it up or whatever, bruh. No. That is, until your life is in order, you don't have no business trying to figure out all this other shit. It's like dating. If you don't have your personal life in order, you don't have no business trying to drag nobody else into that shit. It is what the fuck it is. No disrespect to nobody, but if you take it as disrespect, you just do. Because we have to worry about us. We have to take care of us. Because when shit hits the fan, and it is going to hit the fan, at least in the next 14 months, it's going to hit the fan. You will not be able to call these people. You will not be able to rely on these people. These people will not be thinking about you. You will not be at the forefront of these people's mind. These people will not fucking take you in. These people are not going to help you. Nobody's going to fucking save you. You have to save yourself, and you have to save your family, and after you save yourself and you save your family, if you feel like it, because you're not obligated to save nobody else either. But we should have accountability amongst the community. After that, then we can start playing reindeer games at other places. The nerve of a motherfucker to country hop. The fucking nerve to country hop when you look down on somebody. You won't even make eye contact with somebody that you know they're fucked up on the street. But you're going to stand with another country. You got me fucked up. And also, don't let people make you feel like you should hate the United States of America. Like, I know that sounds crazy as a black person, but don't let people make you feel like you should hate the United States of America. Because I've been other places. And oh my fucking goodness, bro, we don't even know, even though it's fucked up for us, we don't even know how fucking good we have it compared to a lot of these other places. And I'm not even one of them people that's like, oh, other people are doing way worse than you, so what you going through doesn't matter. However, the only reason we can say and do whatever the fuck we want to over here is because we have freedom. Even though we're under a system of oppression, we still have freedom to do and go and do whatever the fuck we want to do. You make a choice every fucking day when you wake up, what type of life you're going to have and what type of person you're going to be. If you out here and you strung out on drugs, you are no good for the group. If you out here and you are unfit and whatever, you are no good for the group. I'm getting my shit back together. I got into a crazy car accident and I need to drop this fucking weight and fast. Because if it's time to run or it's time to fight, I have to be fucking prepared. Because who the fuck's going to take care of my children? Who the fuck is going to take care of my family? Nobody that is posting any of these flags is coming to help me if I need help. And they're not coming to help you either. They're not. They don't get, bro. They only give a fuck because you don't have to get up and do shit. People care only goes as far as this. It doesn't go any further than lip wrestling and lip service. Like, dog, like, no. We don't have, no. Especially those of us who are the descendants of the people who were enslaved on this continent. This is where we are from. This is the only place we know. We don't have nowhere else to fucking go. We don't have a country that we can flee to. We don't have connections ancestrally, maybe like so far down the line, but there's no record that you can pull that tell you, oh, you're a Nigerian, bro. Them people would not welcome you with no motherfucking open arms. That right there, that is where we're from. And this is the land that we have to protect. And the land we have to protect is the land. This is our family. This is where we're from. This is where our roots are at. So if we don't have that together, then we don't have, bruh, fuck all that other shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it all. I'm going to leave on that note because I can sit here all day. But like, no, like I said, take care of yourself. Take care of your mind. Don't let these people infiltrate your mind. Don't let them take your mind over. If you need reading material, and we'll wrap up on this, we got propaganda, media control. This is about the conflict, how it came to Mossad, all that. Gideon Spies, Secret History of the Mossad, Morals and Dogma, Albert Pike, and for being prepared where there is no doctor. This is a really good book, especially if you need some like real instant home remedy type shit that don't involve, you know, taking no pills and all that shit. So make sure y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all are carrying every fucking day. Carry your gun, carry a knife, carry some mace, carry a tourniquet, carry Band-Aids. I don't give a fuck. Carry something. Carry a kitchen knife. Throw something in the bag. Some pliers, a hammer. Carry every day because you never know when shit is going to pop off wherever the fuck you are. And guess what? Everybody else is going to be running while you're standing there waving your motherfucking flag, talking about, oh my God, we gotta stand with the people in the store. Them people don't get no fuck, bro. Y'all have a blessed day, man.